Excellent. Okay, folks, we're going to get started. Appreciate y'all joining us today. It's right at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time in Texas. Got 28, 29 in the chat watching right now, so that's fun. Hit the... That's weird. Hit the... Oh, I just didn't do that. I missed that. Talking to myself. Hit the thumbs up button if you guys don't mind. And we're gonna get rolling there. I need to put this somewhere. Hey guys, Ham Radio 2.0. Thanks for joining us today. Lunchtime live stream. You know what? I'm wearing my green shirt. I meant to change that. Gosh, I totally blitzed on that. Well, at least you can't see through me.
What's wrong with green?
You can't wear a green shirt against the green screen.
Oh,
you can't wear.
Otherwise, you just become a tall.
Yeah. Nobody can hear you right now, Bob, or they can probably hear you in the background. But I got Bob and Frank with me today. Let me turn you guys on here. There, and zoom window, and go there. There we go.
What's going on?
So, hey guys, what's up?
Everybody.
How are you guys?
Oh, beautiful.
Good. Y'all let us know how the audio is between Frank and Bob are on the same audio feed, but I got a different feed in here. So you guys let us know in the chat how the audio is. Travis is in the house, unfortunately. Want to welcome Wayne, KI4UYA, and
we also got Richard. 2E0FJJ.
Awesome. Thank you. Welcome from across the pond.
How come I can't see this list?
Pull up the YouTube video and then mute it.
Oh.
That's what we're looking at the chat right now.
Oh,
So pull up.
Don't forget to mute your radio
just
there, caller.
Forget the forget. Don't forget to mute the tab or mute the audio or something.
For what?
So.
Steven reports the audio's good from
Yeah.
N4SFK or F.
SFC.
Yep.
SFC. Okay. Paul's in the house. K5CIP. Don is in the house. WB3BJU. Thanks for joining us today, Don. Ed, KC3PFT.
And we also got a Kyle.
Kyle's in the house.
AA0Z. Yo.
Yo.
I'll in the house.
What soda or POTA site are you at today?
That's a good question. Yeah. Where are you? Where are you, POTA, today, Kyle? I think Kyle's probably at work. So, but that's a good question. Yeah, Kyle put up a POTA video during the. Okay, so Monday Night Ham Radio. Let me talk about that real quick. Some of you who may not be following us. Several months ago, actually for about 2 years now, I've been posting my new episodes on Monday evenings. It's something I started a while back that I just kind of continued. And when I discovered premieres on YouTube several months ago, I started doing all my Monday video uploads as premieres. Now, basically what a premiere does is I record a video, I edit it, and I post it just like a normal YouTube video. And then if I set it to do a premiere at a specific time, instead of just posting to the public at that time, what it does is it runs through one cycle of that video playing, however long the video is, and it adds a live chat to it, similar to what you guys are seeing on the live stream right now. It's not a live stream. Do what?
And I was going to say that live chat is also replayable during the normal another normal view later.
That is correct. So we have a live chat during the first run of an uploaded video, which is not live. It's pre-recorded and edited and whatnot. But it's fun to get in there and chat with everybody and just kind of say hi to everybody. So I started doing that as a premiere several months ago, and I always premiere at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time because I've got some analytics tools that tell me that's a good time to premiere for my channel. And when, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago, something like that, Smoke and Ape came along and And Steve Goodgame, Good Game Ham Radio and Outdoors came along, and he's like, hey, we want to do a premiere that night too. Can I go after you? Can I go? So we kind of built this thing. It just kind of happened on its own. Now we call it in the lieu of no Monday Night Football right now. We're calling it Monday Night Ham Radio. So I start off at 5:30 with a video premiere, and however long mine is, it goes, and then we go to someone else, and we usually close out the night with temporarily offline Steve. He's been doing live streams at 7 p.m. on Central and 7 p.m. Central Time, interviewing different people from the amateur radio world. So that was,
and you were there like a week or two ago on his
like
Ham Nuggets segment there.
Yeah, he calls that segment Ham Nuggets. So kind of a neat. Anyway, so Monday Night Ham Radio kicks off usually around 5:30 Central Time and goes till like basically about 9 Central Time. So it's like 3.5, maybe 4 hours of amateur radio goodness from myself and several other of the YouTubers out there. So check out Monday Night Ham Radio. It's fun. Yeah, we'll be doing it again next week as well. I got an interview that I'll be posting next week from the guys from the Virtual Ham Expo that's upcoming next month in August. So looking forward to that.
Sounds like fun.
But yeah.
What do you got going on coming this Sunday's live stream?
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about that.
Well, that's why you got a co-host.
I know it. Yeah.
Keep the show on the rails.
Yeah. Who was it that was live streaming the other day? I think it was Kyle. During the 13 Colonies event, Kyle was live streaming, and he made a comment like 3/4 of the way through his stream. He's like, man, it's hard to keep up with the chat and actually do HF. I'm like, that's why you need a Frank. You need a Frank, Kyle, to help you with the chat, with your chat. Mm-hmm. So yes, the live stream, my normal live streams, which is the first and third Sunday of every month, and I've been pretty consistent with that for this year, for 2020.
Very consistent, even with the COVID.
Right. Well, it's actually, everybody's at home, so it actually makes it a little bit easier. So my live stream this coming Sunday, which will be at 7 p.m. Central Time, I will welcome Kyle, AA0Z, who's in the chat today. We're going to talk about All-Star, so that's going to be a fun chat. Howie's in the chat, Bob, if you didn't see that yet.
I did. I was going to say hi, Howie. I was going to give him a shout-out.
Yeah, good deal. So, yeah, so good. Hey, guys, so Frank, you're eating lunch?
I'd like to give a shout-out to everybody. Hi, everybody. Woo!
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Great for everybody to join us today. Josh, are you? Josh, I read Josh here, and I'm looking at Frank. Frank, are you eating lunch?
No, I had lunch. A late breakfast. So I'm running off of that.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
I'm probably gonna. Yeah, same here. Same here.
I had an ear of corn a little while ago.
An ear of corn?
I did.
All right. How are things up there in the great state of New York?
Oh,
did you have to quarantine, Bob, after you went back from Texas? Did you stay at home for 2 weeks?
I was required to, and I pretty much stayed home. I mean, there was no contact tracers when I got off the plane.
Yeah.
I think they've changed that now. They've become quite strict with it. And they're saying that if you don't fill out the form when you get off the plane, then they'll hunt you down and give you a $2,000 fine and then drag you into court immediately.
Oh wow!
To coerce you to fill it out. So I'd like you to I'd like to say hello to everybody from the People's Republic of New York.
Right. Yeah.
Did I say the wrong thing?
No. I'm reading the chat. Sorry. Yeah. Right. Kyle says he didn't think you were using your headset mic, Bob, but it sounds okay on my side.
I'm using my headset. See, it's
yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Can anybody hear this tapping?
Barely.
Not the tapping, but your audio's coming through.
Yeah, it's coming through.
I mean, let me just take a look at the settings.
Hit the up arrow on Zoom next to your audio and make sure the correct microphone is selected.
I see that the incorrect microphone is actually selected.
Oh, that's better.
Hello, test.
Okay.
Check 1, 2.
Oh, that's a little bit better.
Nice.
It's a little bit
I'll get
better.
it one of these days.
Yeah.
I'm new to this whole.
Well, and the last time you and I met, it was almost unlegible is what I was going to say, but that means it's unreadable. I couldn't hear it like it was like you were way far away. So just now it sounded much better than it did last time. But there you go.
And
So-
now I have, and now I've got now I've got the green screen.
Right. Right.
Mhm. So what background do you have behind you?
I think it's the Jupiter Space Station or something.
From
I don't know, one of the Star Treks or something. I don't know what it is.
I was right.
Oh.
Yes.
Was it
Someone
Star-
in the chat said it was Babylon 5. I'm like, no,
Babylon
that's
5. That's
5.
it. Yeah.
Is it Babylon
No,
5? Okay.
No, that's not Babylon 5.
No?
That doesn't
I don't
look like
think
a
so.
Star Trek station.
You know what? I was looking around for backgrounds and I saw it and it looked good. And, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
Is this
know.
better?
There you
Well,
go.
that's
Oh,
more your
yeah.
brand
Oh, yeah.
behind you.
Okay.
The RFinder.
Yeah, for
Is that
sure.
better? What's that?
Yeah, that's the new Enterprise, isn't it? That's the new movies, right?
How about this?
That's the Death Star. Or no, is that the Death Star or the Superstar Destroyer? It's
I
one.
want
of
the
them.
think
one
Superstar
from,
Destroyer.
I want the bridge from Spaceballs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Or how about the cowboy scene from Blazing Saddles?
Yeah, there you go.
You know, I thought I shut everything off.
It always tends to happen. Travis says Lost in Space.
Awesome. So
But going back
Lord.
to the chat a little bit, there was Kyle's comment saying that I'm always eating some type of smoked meats. And for field day, we smoked that brisket. It was pretty good.
yeah, that was good. Yeah, I ate on that for like 2 days after you guys left. So that was
It
good.
was it was a team effort between me and Frank
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
to make it Texas brisket.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Well, you know,
So-
I was in Texas, so I had to make a Texas brisket.
Of course. And it was good. It was good too. So I'm glad that we did that because that was welcomed while we were out there sweating
Oh, it was fun, man.
so much
I
for field day.
cooked for
So
everyone.
I went back out there yesterday to kind of check on camp and everything, and everything's really good. I have come up with an idea about how to expand camp and move. Thank you for the subscription, Stevie B. Appreciate you being here today. Where my trailer is now, I'm gonna cut some. There's like only 1 or 2 trees. If I can cut those down, then I can move my trailer over about 10 or 12 feet and make camp that much bigger. And I think I'm gonna build a deck out there for it.
Ooh.
So
Come on.
yeah, I
Are
think
you
I'm
going to have
do
an
that.
awning too?
Yeah. Well, the trailer has an awning. It's just jacked up. It needs to be replaced. It's old and cracked up now, so I need to replace that anyway.
It's
but-
older than dirt.
older than dirt. So,
I had fun. I had fun accelerating lead particles with you guys. That was fun.
Oh yeah, it was a good yeah, and I think Noel submitted our logs for field day entry just like 2 or 3 days ago, last week sometime.
What was
whenever
our
that.
count, or supposed projected account?
We were exercising our rights as free men.
Right. We only had like 58 sideband contacts, but we had about twice that many. We had about like 110, 120 FT8 contacts.
I wonder who was doing that all night long, and sitting
know.
in the AC while we
And
all
we forget-
sat outside trying to do phone contacts.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
That someone had the easier job.
Well, somebody's got to do it. You know what? Next year, I'm bringing a key, and I'm going to amaze my friends by making CW contacts.
Oh,
How about
good.
that?
Yeah, that'll be good. Hey, maybe by next.
Actually, I'll bring my Bengali key. I'll bring my very special Bengali Classic.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Maybe by then I'll actually know some CW of my own.
You're learning CW?
One can hope. I took the CW Academy class, which is like 8 weeks long. And it was good. It was good. It was the 5th or the 6th week was the week of Orlando Hamcation, and so I was I was in Orlando while the class was happening, and I told him, I said, I'm going to miss this week. I'm going to be in Orlando for the Hamcation, which is the last official Hamfest of 2020. It sounds like. But so I missed a couple of classes in the middle. I think I caught the last one and the last two. So I didn't actually complete the class, but I went through and studied the course material and learned all the letters and the punctuation and everything.
You know, there's a great training course from the Army from like the 40s.
Okay.
On YouTube, like the official, you know, like Morse training course.
Oh, really?
Because you had a copy on paper, the way the military would do it and the whole
Right.
thing. But, you know, when I first got licensed, you know, you had to start out as a novice, you know, and
Right.
a novice, you had to know 5 words a minute of code. So, you know, I'm checking the mailbox every day after I took my test.
Mm-hmm.
And magically one day my license shows up and I was so excited. And, you know, my dad's a ham, so he had a Drake TR4. And I quickly ran inside, fired the thing up, and I tuned it up. You know, I dipped the plate and peaked the load, and I started sending CQ, and the first contact I got was OK1 KKF from from Czechoslovakia.
Okay. Czech. Yeah.
It was still Czechoslovakia back then.
Back then it was Czech. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
It wasn't Czech, which means that I must be a lot older than I look, I imagine. But,
yeah.
But you know, back then also, like, you know, with satellites, we had no phone satellites. We had 3 satellites, and they were all Morse code. So, you know, so 3 of us from the radio club, we also played with the computer. So we had to write a program to track the satellite and figure out where it was going to be. And I'm talking about 1977-ish. We had to figure out where it was going to be. And then we had this thing that was produced by, I think, the League or AMSAT or something, that it was an Oscar locator. So you could, like, you had like this clear transparency on top of a printed background, and you would like turn it and figure out what the arc was going to look like. And then we made an Azel rotator. We had a 10-meter receiving antenna. We had a 2-meter beam on a pair of rotators. So, like I said, it was a team sport. So, like, one guy would be on the rotators, a pair of, you know, Archer rotators, click, 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 and he'd figure out, based on what the arc was, how often he would click each one. So it was a very manual process. And then somebody else would be on the receiver adjusting, on the transceiver, the receiver rather, adjusting the Doppler shift. And then I would usually be the guy on the key, making the contacts. And you know, so
CW. Sounds like fun.
Oh, it was. It was like it was very crude, and good luck trying to do it alone. It was like it was a team sport. You know, we were all geeks, so like, you know, we weren't
like a Yagi antenna.
Yeah, so we weren't like we weren't like playing football or baseball or whatever. You know, we were doing technical stuff.
Yeah,
and showing that we could do it. So it was a lot. It was really a lot of fun. That was fun. That was our high school team sport, chasing Oscar 6 and Oscar 7.
Cool. That they still have CW satellites up right now?
I don't know.
They have so many satellites up right now. It wouldn't surprise me if they did.
I don't know. I'm going to start playing with satellites again. Although I have an Azel on the roof, and I used to be one of the mentors for ARIS. You know, for having the space station talk to schools.
Yeah.
So I did that for a long time. I did a bunch of contacts for that, and that was really that was one of the funnest things I ever did. Was having the kids talk to the astronauts.
Yeah,
that's one of my things I want to do on my list, is to talk to the International Space Station.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's very cool. My son's actually done it a few times, and there's actually a video of him as the control operator when he first got his license at an ARIS contact. That he was controlling the kids in the microphone. He was a control op, and he called the space station, initiated the contact, closed the contact. So it was pretty cool. He was 9.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. Huh.
Yeah, he's mad at me today.
Oh yeah, why?
Well, he picked up a jet ski a couple days ago at like an 1100 Yamaha or something.
Wow, that thing will move across the water. Sheesh.
Oh yeah. So the axle was broken on the, when he pulled it in the driveway, the axle had cracked. So I went and I tried to surprise him and go get a new axle. And it just ended up being a can of worms.
Oh.
And it's fixed now, but he lost a couple of hours on his workshop pad, where he works on trucks and stuff. So he's a little annoyed at me today.
Howard,
no good deed.
Howard's in the chat and he says again. I assume he's talking about Jesse being mad at you. Oh, that's great. That's great.
When he says again, I think what was the squirrel's name on Bullwinkle? Rocky.
Rocky.
Rocky? Yeah, it was Rocky, right?
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Again. Roll up the sleeves.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Oh,
John in the chat says the UK National Ham Fest is canceled.
Right.
No. Oh, I wanted to go.
Yeah.
I was going to take you actually. I was going to drag you to the UK.
Well, we'll have to do it next year then. They canceled a couple of the smaller shows around here. One of them's like an outdoor show, and I'm like, it's outdoors,
the
man.
One?
No. Belton in October. It's not till October, and they canceled.
I'll tell you what.
And then Mena, Arkansas, which is all outdoors. It's on a hill, in a field. They canceled that one too. So,
I'll tell you what. To my friends on channel what is this, frequency channel, whatever the hell it is.
Channel.
My friends from
Channel.
All right.
Channel.
To my friends in the United Kingdom, I have to tell you, that's one of my favorite ham fests of the year. I love going.
Yeah.
You guys are culturally hilarious.
I could see that.
Culturally
I can see that.
hilarious. Every time I go there, I laugh more than anything. By the end of the day, my face hurts from smiling and laughing.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's.
It's and the curry is really good.
Ooh.
Curry.
I like curry. I do.
I don't think of England and curry.
Oh no. Oh, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. Any of our English people, British people, make a comment about the curry. But no, curry's big in England. Big.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Was that the only seasoning they use over there?
Oh, probably not.
No.
No.
No, you got to remember this food coming in from all over the kingdom, So,
right.
They were in Hong Kong, back when Hong Kong was free-ish.
Yeah.
Free-ish. Even was under the crown. But the Chinese food in England is very good,
Yeah.
And you can have traditional stuff like roast and stuff, roasted meat, which is great.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty much anything.
bad.
Oh, and fish and chips. Must not forget the fish and chips.
Yeah.
With the vinegar.
That's
You
what
gotta have
that's what we got. That's what we got. I was in London a few years ago, and that was fun. I enjoyed that. I wouldn't mind going back to London if they ever allow travel again. So, but that was a fun trip. I enjoyed the tube. So,
I don't think I've ever been on. Well, I've been in London once, maybe twice, but that was both layovers, so that doesn't really count.
yeah, it's not really count. Okay, R.D. Mercer's in the house. Good afternoon. Matt.
And hi, Don. I see Don has given me a shout out,
yeah.
so I thought I'd reciprocate.
Yeah, Don's in there. AE4MQ, Matt's in the house. Appreciate you guys joining us today.
Yep.
So we're just sitting here talking
Roberto, this stream is much better than any of your music videos that you were watching earlier. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah. So Bob, what's new with the? I saw your post yesterday. I think it was yesterday about the P2 tablet. P2,
Yeah,
isn't that right?
What's today?
Today's Wednesday.
Yeah, it's supposed to arrive on Friday. It might be here before then, but
Okay. Going to be.
What is the P2 tablet?
Yeah. Tell the audience what the P2 is. It's P2, isn't it? Isn't that the right number?
yeah. Well, the old one was the P1. This is the P2. It's dual band. It's just like the B1, except it's a tablet style.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of cool because like the P1 I used as a mobile. I had it mounted in my car.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you know, and it was quite nice. And I would have a microphone hanging off of it, and I attach it to an amplifier. So I have like a TDMA 40-watt amplifier.
Yeah.
And the Diamond 79 SG 7900 on the car would be really just great. I mean, I had a big footprint, very big footprint.
Good.
So that was good. And anyway, so the P2's coming out, and this one is dual band.
Yeah.
And, you know, DMR, no code plug, the usual stuff, and it'll have radio over IP in it, just like everything else that we make will shortly.
Good.
Yep.
When do you think it'll be available on the website?
If I was to take a guess, I would say that if the software is okay, and ready to go, we're probably going to be ready to, I think both Gigaparts and Moonraker will have them within the month.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
I can't find the P1. I thought I had it over here.
Mongoose asked from the chat, how much is it going to be?
It'll be $100 more than the handset, so $10.99 instead of $9.99.
Okay.
It'll be nice, and you can you can mount it somewhere or whatever. And I mean, it has a built-in microphone and PTT, but it's better with and we're going to bundle it with a microphone.
Good. Yeah, that'll be.
It'll include the mic.
That'll be good. Frank, it's rfinder.net. Rfinder.shop is the guy over in wherever he is.
Yeah.
Netherlands?
No, he's in.
Where is he?
Portugal.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but for our EU customers, please go to Moonraker.
Moonraker.eu.
Yeah, moonraker.eu.
Yeah.
They're our good friends over there.
Yeah.
And
they have they have the B1 now, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They're stocking, and I think they're actually almost out. They're about to order another pile tomorrow.
Awesome. That's great.
And then, and I think actually Gigaparts is ordering another pile tomorrow, or maybe this afternoon. I don't know.
Okay.
But
good.
Yeah. So they're selling pretty nicely, and people seem to like them. And
good. I like mine. I got that.
You have the tablet?
No. I don't have the tablet. No, I'm still waiting on Bob to send me the tablet.
I don't even have it myself.
Doesn't mean I'm not waiting on you.
True that.
So, I got an updated version yesterday. No, I didn't get it yet. I got it like Friday, but I did a video on it. So, probably next week you're going to see a video about. People have asked me about how do you do some very kind of basic introductory stuff, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. About how to set up the device. So I do an unboxing and an initial setup of the device, putting a SIM card in it, connecting it to my Wi-Fi, associating it with my Google account, going into the Play Store, doing updates, going in, finding the RFinder app. That was fun because the RFinder app wasn't, but it was in the device, but it wasn't on the home screen. So
no, it's in the app drawer.
Right? Yeah, it was in there because I went and saw. I thought, it's not on the home screen. Maybe it's on. But I couldn't find it on the Play Store either. But then I did later.
It's on the Play Store.
I did later. I found it on. I was like, I thought that was weird that it didn't come with it, but it did come with it. It was there, so it was in there. And I showed that in the video. I was like, there it is, right there. RFinder Ham, RFinder Pro, and so we go in there, log in. I show them how to log into it, and then it associates with my account and goes from there. So it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Fantastic.
About a 25, 30-minute video probably when it's all put together. So I got to edit it and I'll send it to you so you can take a look at it first. But it answers some questions that I've gotten after putting up 3 or 4 RFinder B1 videos. I get different questions from different people, and some of the questions are kind of asked by multiple people. So I was like, okay, let's just put that together. It's always good.
Roberto I think in the chat asks, what RFinder do you have there? Where are you showing on screen?
This is the B1. This is the Bravo 1. It's the first and only dual band model. So you can buy these at Gigaparts, and they have free shipping in the USA. And if you're outside of the USA, you can go to moonraker.eu, and I don't know if they ship for free or not, but they have them in stock. So
yep, or you can get them at rfinder.net also. We have them in stock here in New York. So.
Good.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. I get New Yorkers like drive out to the island here sometimes, and they'll just pick them up.
Oh, well, that's good. Okay.
It's nice to meet people.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Sit down, make them a cappuccino, or pour them a beer, whatever they want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Good. Good deal. All right. Well, that's all good to hear. Glad that it's still working well for you.
Yeah.
Out there.
Actually, you want to know what we're working on? We're working on something very interesting.
Okay, let's hear it.
You ever hear of portable rotation?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he made an Azel rotator that like basically fits in a bag. Okay. Oh! I just got a notification that the tablet is at the DHL. I can actually leave here when we're done and go pick it up. It's
there you go.
And
it's in the States.
It's actually in DHL about 20 miles west of me.
Ah, okay.
Right.
In Hop Hog.
Okay.
So anyway, portable rotation. The guys there make a very, very interesting portable Azel rotator that fits in a bag with a tripod, and you can attach like an arrow antenna to it.
Right.
Do you have an arrow antenna?
No.
No. All right.
No, I've never done much in the way of satellites, but I've seen their display, portable rotation, and arrow and elk antennas is another one. I've seen them at Hamfest and whatnot.
So we're trying to get one of the satellite app people to work with us, and we haven't found the right one yet, but basically have a satellite app on here that's tracking like the space station, for instance, or AO50 or whatever you want to connect to, and that it will automatically be rotating the antenna via Bluetooth from here to the rotator. So in other words, the tracking app is on here. It's sending the request to rotate the antenna to this portable antenna. Literally, you can carry in a bag.
Right.
You can carry in the bag the arrow, the rotator, right, the whole bit. So, and then have the app change frequencies on the radio. Do the Doppler shift steps.
Sure.
During the pass. So that's what we're working on. So I think that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Write in the comments if you think that's cool, or if I just should say forget it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think the AMSAT guys will love that. Portable.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know, but people are so sketchy these days. They don't respond to you send them emails, you try to get messages to them. They don't answer. Nobody answers anymore.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
Yeah.
Blaze from the Discord chat, K2LAZ says that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
A portable
yeah,
rotator.
He liked that. Yeah. Aaron Ray says it sounds awesome.
So it'll be Bluetooth on the rotator. So we'll talk, Bluetooth, serial port protocol from here to the rotator, and just send it commands to turn the rotator during the pass.
Interesting.
Sounds like fun, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing a video with you on that.
Yeah. If I'm ever allowed back in New York again, we can do it up there. So,
you know what? Later in the summer, if they lift it, maybe do you like to go fishing?
Yeah. Went fishing last weekend, actually.
Oh yeah, what'd you get?
Nothing. I got to get out of the city for a couple of days. That's good enough for me.
Oh, so you went fishing. You didn't go catching.
Right. Well, yeah. So my dad's a big fisherman. Has been since I went fishing as far back as I can remember. I was in a bass boat. And we used to go out to the local lakes around me, and when the sand bass were schooling, sand bass are schooling on top of the water.
I can smell the lake. I can smell it when you're talking about it.
So I grew up with that, and I fished all through my childhood, junior high, high school, and college. And I just haven't done it much lately just because I didn't really get burned out on it. I just, it was kind of like, yes, I enjoy it. I'll go do it. This might sound kind of weird. I have no desire to own a boat. None. I would rather spend my money elsewhere.
You know what my favorite boat is?
I agree on that one.
Someone else's boat?
My friend's boat.
Yeah. Yep. My dad has a Bass Tracker 185, a bass boat, and they have and my brother got a place just a few months ago out on Lake Fork, which is the bass capital of Texas. And
you caught no bass?
I didn't, no, but they did. My brother caught a couple, and my nephew who was with us, he caught 2 or 3. I had my camera rolling most of the time. Because that's what I do. Of course. So, but that was fun. And we're going to go back out there and do some stuff. And I saw Matt in the chat talking about fly fishing. My brother fly fishes. I've never done fly fishing. I've always done,
I used to live in Colorado, and I used to fly fish all the time.
Yeah. Anyway, you're talking about
when we go out, like we go out for fish about your size.
Yeah, like marlin.
Maybe bigger.
Yeah.
Maybe Frank's size occasionally.
Yeah.
When we get the giant bluefins, they're about Frank's size.
But you're going out on the ocean. You're not going out to like the what is it? Long Island Sound? Long Island Sound. Is that part of? Is that freshwater?
Is about 3 blocks that way.
Is that freshwater or saltwater?
No, that's salt water.
Okay, so that feeds into the ocean somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep, on both ends actually. New York
Okay.
City goes through New York Harbor, and on the west end it goes through the race out, out to the Atlantic.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah,
fun.
but we go out of Shinnecock Inlet, which is south of here.
Okay.
And we catch tuna.
Cool. Yeah,
catch tuna.
If they ever lessen the flight restrictions, I'll come up there and see you, and we'll do some stuff.
I enjoyed the experience going out on the lake and drinking the beer and kicking your feet up and just relaxing throughout the day. But I'm not that interested in eating fish.
Oh, I love
tuna
fish.
fishing's not.
Oh, I love fish.
I mean, tuna and shark fishing's not exactly relaxing.
No, I imagine that shark fishing's not very relaxing.
Well, shark fishing is like long stretches of sheer boredom broken up by short moments of sheer pandemonium.
Yeah.
And terror after you get it out of the water.
Yeah.
There is terror involved. There's terror involved. There's pandemonium involved. Any of you guys ever go shark fishing? See if anybody. Wait, what did Kyle say that he needed to bite his tongue?
Oh, he said he was talking to Matt, and he said he went fly fishing in Colorado last fall. He caught 1 fish by accident. Fly fishing isn't like real fishing. But he said real fishing, REEL fishing.
Right, well, I was just thinking that
real
maybe
fishing.
That's how he meant it. I don't know. I don't know.
So fly fishing is not like rod and reel fishing, okay?
Well, no, because when you're
it's
like,
different.
Like when you're spinning, you're reeling. You're reeling a lot.
Right.
REELING a lot.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Howard said last time he went fishing, he caught a lobster. That's my kind of fishing.
Yeah.
What? Where the heck did this happen?
I don't know.
Somewhere on the East Coast.
He's in Florida. But
it's pretty funny.
Yeah. Are there any?
I'll tell you what. Up here, you guys know I like to scuba dive a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And up here, we have lobsters that fight back. They have claws.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, totally.
They come after you?
Well,
they just defend themselves.
If you are sluggish, and you don't have your stuff together, and you are not like on point. I mean, you really got to be on point when you catch a lobster with your hands, unassisted.
Yeah.
You know, you really got to be quick, and you got to, you know, you got to really pounce on them fast so that you know, so that you don't get, you know, bit. So you don't get bit by the, you know, clawed. Really,
Yeah.
I guess the best word.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to be careful and you got to be quick, you know, but when you're careful and quick, you end up with dinner, you know. So, you know, I've caught some very big lobsters. I've caught a 14.5 pounder. It was the biggest one I've ever caught.
Whew. God, that is a big lobster.
It was like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Ham radio TV. Does that count as catfishing? Just picking them up off the ground?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. What are you talking about? You mean like picking up lobsters?
Like I guess, what do they call that? Noodling?
Noodling.
You reach in there.
Oh, I want to go do that.
Yeah, I haven't done that. But I wonder if there's any parks around you, Bob.
Actually, right up the street, at the end of the street is Wildwood State Park, actually.
There you go.
And around the corner, about 2 miles up, is the Boy Scout camp, Baiting Hollow Scout Camp, one of the oldest scout camps in the country.
Sounds like you need to go activate them.
That's what I'm thinking.
I activate them all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I activate the scout camp anyway.
Well, I mean, I'd like to go. I'd like to come up there and do some parks on the air. Last week, I drove to Colorado on Tuesday for a dog transport, and I dropped off. I left here at like 4 a.m. It took me about 12 and a half hours to get up there, and I dropped off these dog transports for a rescue organization that we volunteer with. Dropped those off, got some dinner, found a hotel.
You guys see?
Got a good
you guys
night's
see
sleep.
that?
Yeah,
that's huge.
That's a big lobster. And then I drove back on Wednesday and I activated 4 parks in 3 different states on my trip home. So now I've got 3 different states where I've activated parks, and I've got the itch to do some multi-state activation. So I want to try to. My wife and I were supposed to go to Hawaii for our annual vacation this year. She's got a bunch of airline points for her job, and that got canceled because of COVID and what. But there was a state park on that island we were going to, on the island of Kauai. I'm like, oh, there's a state park like 20 minutes away. I'm like, I'm going to go activate a state park on Hawaii, for crying out loud. The picture's sideways, but I can see it. What kind of fish is that?
That is a, let me just see. It's a bluefin tuna.
Oh, wow, that's a big tuna. Sheesh. Now you're upside down.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to make sure you could see the size.
Yeah.
See what I mean? It's almost the size of Frank.
Almost the size of Frank. Oh gosh, that's funny.
So how much do you could sell that for if you wanted to?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
It's probably like I don't know. It depends on the fat content, you know. So it's like between probably 5,000 and 15,000.
Wow. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
Tuna. Well, it's huge.
Yeah.
A lot of meat there.
Oh,
Wild tuna on the Discovery Channel.
Yeah, that was actually that one my son caught. He fought that thing for 4 hours.
Wow.
He was not giving up, man.
Wow. Sheesh.
4 hours he fought that thing.
Goodness.
You see him laying on the deck? That's because he was exhausted. He was shot. He was like, nah. Dragged the thing on board and he laid down. Like, that's it. I'm done.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
He was like, how old was he? I think he was like 15 in that picture.
Okay.
Maybe 5 years ago.
No. Awesome. But yeah, I would do. I mean, if one of these days I'll come up there whenever these restrictions are lifted. But we'll do some. I want to do some parks on the air activations. That'd be fun.
So probably sometime next year.
I love doing that. Yeah, maybe it might be next. I don't know. We'll see. But Don Izzo says, Bob, I'm in Westbrook across from you in Wading River.
Oh, he's in Westbrook, Connecticut, right across the pond over there.
There you go. That's what he says.
Hey, buddy.
But
that's me in Cozumel, Mexico.
You've been there, done that.
You dove?
Yeah.
You dove in Cozumel?
Yes, I believe I have.
Huh.
I'll tell you what. I did not know that you were a diver.
I didn't either.
I'm a very beginner diver. I need to finish out all those courses so I could do something other than, being guided with a instructor.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if you know that I'm an instructor, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I'm not in teaching status. I haven't taught in quite some time, but I still can call myself an instructor. Cozumel, you were very lucky to go there. It's one of the most beautiful places on earth to go diving. And most of you guys are probably too young to remember Jacques Cousteau. You guys ever hear of Jacques Cousteau?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Anyway, Jacques was one of the people that invented open circuit scuba equipment. And I was getting on a plane years ago in the 90s, early 90s. It was probably a year before he died. And I was getting on a plane at Charles de Gaulle Airport coming back to JFK. And I sat down there's a whole prelude story, but don't worry about that. I sat down in my seat, and when I looked to my left, Jacques was across the aisle from me.
Oh, nice. Really?
Yeah, so I said to him, he looked over at me and said, Jacques? And we? I said, normally I leave people, and I was in first class. Because you always seeing people in first class.
Right.
So I said, normally I leave people alone up here, but, I got to tell you that you've influenced my life so much. I became a dive instructor. I've dove all over the world, and, can I just ask you one question? And he said, but of course. And I said, where is your favorite place on earth to go diving? And he said, that is easy. Cozumel, Mexico.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
So you went diving at Jacques Cousteau's favorite place to go diving.
Favorite place. Huh. Interesting.
I feel honored.
You should.
I didn't know at the time. I was just like, okay, we're going to go diving with the family. Yay.
Well, I'll tell you what. Go finish your course.
Yeah.
And I've already started. I haven't really jumped on it yet, but I've started a new group called Scuba Radio.
Ooh, see, that would be... How would you use a radio underwater, though?
It's possible.
There's something called a surface interval in diving. That's when you're not diving between dives.
Yes.
So anyway, I figured we would operate radio during surface intervals.
Ah, okay. Well, that's a good idea. You'd be on a boat.
There's also radio systems out there that will transmit underwater, but you got to have these giant bulky masks to do it because you got to talk.
Actually, no, not always. I actually used to have one that just attached to the regulator, and it was
so you people talking like this.
Yeah, you could talk like this. So anyway. So they could hear you up on the surface. Your fellow divers could hear you, but I found that my purpose is it's really unnecessary. It actually makes you breathe too much. You end up using too much air.
Ah, well, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense because you're not normally talking when you're down there.
And underwater, we're very, very, we're very effective communicators underwater using our hands.
Yes.
And you guys see me using my hands all the time, so
True.
Roberto, Mr. Spock needs his RFinder.
Now I'm trying to read the chat while you guys are talking.
Shall I beam one up to him?
Yeah. Don over there in Connecticut says they have 113 potoparks in Connecticut. He has 87 of them activated.
Oh,
Come on!
That is amazing.
There's a lot more than 113 in Texas. I think I counted. I think there's 255 in Texas, or 205.
Can you activate them with DMR?
No.
You can. Well, you can activate them with anything. You can't use repeaters, so you'd have to use DMR simplex. and you have to make 10 activations to activate the park. But you can use any mode you want to.
What if you did simplex to your hotspot?
No. Doesn't count. Has to be radio to radio. No internet.
What the heck?
No internet. It's real
That's
radio,
cheating.
man. Come on. It's real radio.
Yeah.
Real radio.
Well, I'll tell you what. Hold on a minute. Over here, there's Bald Hill, right? If you go up to the top of Bald Hill, you can see Connecticut quite nicely.
See, you could, yeah. See, that would be I've always thought it would be fun to do some 2-meter either FM simplex or single sideband park activations. But you have to make 10 contacts. You can't just make one contact and be activated. You have to make 10 unique call signs. So you'd have to talk to 10 other people who are on 2-meter FM simplex or DMR simplex or 2-meter sideband or something.
Get on 146.52.
Right.
And start making calls. And I assure you, from Bald Hill, you'll hear people come back to you.
I think you're right. We did some of that. We didn't do any of that ourselves, but as we were hiking up the Mount Pacifico for our soda expedition last November in outside of L.A., there was a guy up there activating soda on FM simplex. And we all went back to, as we were hiking, we were listening to him. He was at the top. We were hiking up to the top. And we all went back to him with our call signs. And he was like, oh, this is cool. Thanks for coming back to me. So he activated, I think, 2 summits that day on FM simplex. So I was like, man, that's a challenge, but that's what makes it more appealing. It's more of a challenge. So that's good. Rob Klein says he's tuning in and he is studying for his tech license.
Nice.
So good luck to you.
Rob, make sure you go straight over to hamtestonline.com.
Yeah, that's a good
hamtestonline.com. Hamtestonline.com. Create yourself an account. Pay them their $20. I think they got a special going on right now for technician. And spend a week studying, and you'll be ready to take an online test. Ready to go.
Mm-hmm. I just posted the online test link in the chat.
Yeah, that's hamstudy.org/sessions shows you various places where to test, both online, remotely, and in person. So.
Hey, did I show you what my son gave me for my birthday?
No, is that it?
That's it.
When was this?
So I told you, he flips trucks and stuff, right?
Right.
So he went to an estate sale and he bought like a bunch of like C10s, C20s, and this one was in the pile.
Nice.
He sold them all off. He brought this home and he said, "Hey, Dad, what year were you born?" I said 62. He goes, "Come out and see your birthday present."
Is that a 62 Chevy?
It's a 62 GMC 1000.
GMC. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
cool. We're waiting for the plates. It's like taking forever to get plates by mail here.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I've been watching,
3 on the tree.
I've been watching that Vice Grip Garage dude.
Oh my God, he's hilarious.
That guy is freaking hilarious, man. And he does all the crap that I've been wanting to do in my garage for like the past 20 years. So I'm like,
no doubt.
So I'm like, man, I gotta break out. I'm making plans to break out my 78 F-150 that's been in the garage for like 6 years.
You know what? That thing needs to be fixed.
I know it.
It's a crime.
I know.
It's sitting there unfixed.
I know it. It actually,
radios.
I could actually,
and antennas.
I could no, it didn't, well, not. It has in the past, but not right now. I could go out there right now and start it and drive it down the road. It runs and drives.
All right, well, that's good.
It's just the reason I took it apart was to get. There was one guy who was doing body work on it for me, and he did a few things. And he was working out of his home. He would pull it into his garage and work on it. And then he'd park it on the street in front of his house. And the city came by and told him he had to move it. He didn't have room to keep it in his back. So he told me to come get it. And I went and got it and took it home and parked it in the garage. And I thought, well, I got to find someone else to finish the body work I was having done on it. And I found someone now. Now I've got this place locally that I'm like, he's done some minor repair work on my F-250 my daily driver, and he does fantastic work. So I'm gonna I need to put an oil change in the old truck, and the master cylinder went out, and I bought a new one for it, and it's still in the box. I need to install the master cylinder, bleed the brakes, put an oil change in it, and then I can drive it up to this body shop and talk to him about doing some minor body work on it and getting a really decent paint job on it. So that's my hope.
So that's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know how
Jesse, you know what Jesse's making me,
What?
and keep your eyes peeled if you happen to see an older Bronco that's got a blown motor. If you happen to see somebody around with one that is like dead,
yeah.
He's got a. I said, what? I said, yeah, Dad. So anyway, you know he's a fabricator, so he'll make anything, right?
Right.
He doesn't care. He'll whatever. He makes Frankensteins. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
So
I'm right here.
he's got a Cummins, 12 valve. Frankenstein. So he's got a Cummins 12 valve, and he's got a Chevy 6-speed, and he's getting an adapter plate and a special flywheel and clutch and stuff for that mix.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wants to stick that in a Bronco for me. He said, Dad, you got to have a diesel Bronco.
That'd be
you got to
awesome.
have you got to have a Cummins diesel
Cummins
Bronco.
diesel Bronco.
I was
Yeah, that's awesome. That'd be great.
So, I think it'll be fun as heck.
Yeah.
It'll go great. It'll go great on the beach, man. It'll go go nice on the. I live very, very close to the beach. We can actually drive on the beach here.
That's fun.
From the chat here, we have N3JW says that he just received his surprise bag and came with a lot of nice content there.
Yeah, the grab bags.
Yep. And I
those
posted a link where you can go and grab those. Shop.hamradio2.com.
Oh, in fact, I put a couple of new T-shirts up there this week. We've got Sterling N0SSC. His logoed shirts are up there. And then the Ham Radio emoji shirt that I made is up there now. So, which is good. So, hey guys, we've been going for about 57 minutes, and I'm
really
around 80. Last I saw.
Yeah, it's
Are we in a rush?
Well, I like to keep it to an hour. It's kind of like a lunchtime hour thing.
Yeah.
So
I
like
I'm gonna have to jump off here.
Yeah, Frank's probably good. In fact, Frank, I'm surprised that you're still here, actually.
Yeah.
So,
it's about my time.
That's cool.
Well, I'll tell you what. Then I'm gonna go and pick that P1,
P2,
the P2 up.
Yeah. Send me a picture of it when you get it.
I don't know. Maybe we'll do an impromptu unboxing later.
Oh, we can do that. We can do that. We
fun.
can get back on here. I think I've got another interview I've got to do tonight. So I'm probably going to be in the shack tonight anyway. So we can do that. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. Good. Send me a picture of it when you get it. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna switch over and put you guys off straight. Bob and Frank, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, man.
We will, Frank. I'm talk to you in the next couple of days for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bob, I'll get together with you this afternoon, and if you want to do that, we can do that recording. Maybe
that sounds great. And
tonight.
I got to tell you, can I just say something about the ROIP?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're getting really close.
Okay.
Something we found is that sometimes the masters aren't so reliable for taking radio over IP. So one of our guys, Phil, he wrote this really cool algorithm, which is a fancy word for piece of software.
Right.
And he that actually starts looking through the masters for a working one. So you don't even have to tell it what master to connect to. It just starts looking around to find one that's working.
Okay.
So we actually just got that working yesterday. It's kind of cool.
Good.
Yep. And
Good.
I'm supposed to have another build this afternoon with something in it. It's got a few things in it. So we're getting close. We're getting pretty close.
Good. That's fun. I got to get you to once I get this thing finished getting this new one set up, I got to get you to load the beta on here for me. So
yes.
So we can do that.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, for sure. All right, bud. Thanks for joining today. Have a good afternoon.
Should I do a live stream driving over to pick up the P2?
It's up to you. Just send me a picture of it one way or the other, and then let me know if you want to meet up tonight. We can do that.
All right.
All right.
Hey, everybody, good seeing all y'all.
Yep.
Thanks for letting me into your joining me for lunch, joining us for lunch.
Yeah, totally. It's fun. We do this every Wednesday, so I'll have you on again.
Oh, maybe I'll jump in again.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah, I'll have you on again.
Nice.
Cool. All right, man. Take it easy. All right, so we're going to switch over here. And, hey, guys, thanks for joining today. Really appreciate everybody being here for Lunchtime Livestream. And catch us. New episode of the YouTubers Bunch will post tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it's about a 45-minute video. About a 45-minute video, and we talk about logging software. Some of the most common questions that we get, those of us who do Parks on the Air and Field Day, we get this question all the time. What logging software are you using? What are you using here? What are you doing there? So a group of like 12 of us, I think there's about 12 of us on this episode, get together and we talk about logging software. So it's kind of a longer episode, but it was fun. It was really fun to do, and it answers a lot of questions that the group of us get asked individually, not as a group, but several of us have had that question. So that posts tomorrow at 5:30, this weekend at 7 p.m. Central Time on Sunday. I'm going to welcome Kyle A80Z onto the live stream. We're going to talk about All-Star. So I'll have an All-Star node. Those of you who have access to All-Star and want to connect to us and do some QSOs, we should have that set up and going by then too. I don't know which node number I'm going to use yet, but we'll have something set up and going. So 73 guys, everyone, thanks for joining. Stay safe. Have a good time out there. 73, go get on HF and make some contacts.